Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed to our next panel discussion about collective innovation with green tech. So please first now welcome our moderator, Mr. Herbert Siu, Assistant Director, World Green Organization on stage. Next, please, we would like to invite our panelists, Mr. Cyrus Chow, CEO, One Charge, and Mr. Sam Ngan, Founder and CEO of Popsible and Chairperson, Association of Metaverse. Next, we have Mr. Stannis Poon, Founder and Chief Scientist, Choy Tech Limited. And last but not least, Mr. Alex Y, Business Development Director, Link Charge LHC, New Energy Company Limited. Welcome, and I'll pass the time to Mr. Siu to chair this panel discussion.
Hey, thank you. Please be seated. Hey, welcome. Good afternoon, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we come to the last panel section of the conference. But last but not least, I'm sure this will be one of the most exciting ones because we want to talk about innovation and green tech. So we are honored to have invited Dennis, Sam, Cyrus, and Alex to come here to share their insights on their respective field. But before the conference starts, so I want to maybe briefly introduce a bit of the topics today with the PowerPoint. Cool. So today's topic is collective innovation with green tech. Next slide, please. So we talk about green tech all the time, but what is the definition of green tech? So green tech is very broad terms, and according to UN ESCAPE, according to UN ESCAPE, the definition of green technologies is, is having the potential to significantly improve environmental performance relative to other technologies. And the core sectors will have agriculture, energy, water and waste management, building, and transportation. So there are three goals for green tech. So one is to protect the environment, repair damage done to the environment in the past, conserve the Earth's natural resources. And we talk about green tech, so the first thing spring to our mind is innovation. So why does it need innovation, and what role should green tech play in the universe? So innovation is important in green tech because it gives higher probabilities of establishing a sustainable business that could lead to a more healthier planet, and also lead to accelerate planet Earth to reach carbon neutral more faster. So here I want to share a bit of example of green technology, green innovations around the globe, some interesting startup around the globe, and we can actually know what happens in the green tech environment. So first of all is Milk Textiles. So this one is the German firm. They could extract the elements called caseins in the milk to make the textiles here as smooth as silk. And this could reduce the greenhouse gas emissions and water wastage. And the second one is the Dutch company. They use one of the polyester to make the plant-based packaging, which could lower the environmental impact. The third one is interesting one, is a solar flower. Head office is based in Boston. So this solar panel doesn't need installation, so it's portable. You could actually bring it to install whatever you want. And there's 12 petals in the flowers, which will open up when the sun rises, and they will automatically close when the sun falls down. And the most amazing part is the pedal will have the sun tracker system installed. So they will actually change the directions to the sunlight to optimize the solar radiation exposure to optimize the output. And sustainable phone, so somebody may have heard it about the Fairphone. So they actually use a low environmental impact procedures to compose the phone. And you could disintegrate into different parts, and then you could upgrade different parts to increase its longevity of the phone. And here is the plant board. It's a vertical build structures, and you could build all the like greens and plants on it. And it have a self-irrigation system that could create a new habitat for insects, and also this could like purify the air. Sunlight transport is a passive system. They could like channel the sunlight into like illuminate the light deprived office room with zero energy consumption. And cool pavement, they could reduce urban heating by like 1 to 2 degrees Celsius. And the hydrogen fuel cars is like more green to like compared to diesel and gasoline. And the best part for this is actually you can't own the car, so you can only subscribe the car, which could include like all the maintenance, insurance, and hydrogen. And this could actually align more the interests of the supply chain, so that the owners of the supply chain will have more interest to maintain the car and increase its longevity. So let's come to the panelist discussions. And so let's head to the panelist questions, and maybe we could start with like the panelists could maybe briefly describe yourself and your company so that we can know more about yourself.
I'm first. Hello everyone. I'm Dennis, founder of Choy Tech Limited. We are graduate from Cyberport in year of 2020, and we're specializing on hydroponic technology for carbon capturing and microalgae related product.
Hi everyone, and thank you for WGO for the opportunity to share what we are doing right now. I'm Sam An from Popsicle. What we do is we use the blockchain technologies on how to do the ESG topics like social fundraising, and also how to doing a more measurable and traceable support on the green technology and green initiatives. And myself is I'm from the Chinese University of Hong Kong. I'm a very technical guy, and I'm also the founding chairman of the Association of Metaverse. We promote the Metaverse and Web 3.0 technology in Hong Kong. And I'm also the Cyberport Association, Alumni Association Vice President.
Community by bringing a great experience, great user experience in green travel. Our in-house developed cloud platform integrates with smart EV charging to provide simple charging and management experience for private owners, retail fleets, and operators. Currently, we have over 4,000 charge points connected to our cloud platform, serving EV drivers in over 200 cities, including Hong Kong, mainland, particularly in Greater Bay Area, and we're currently expanding in UK. Since the launch of our solution back in 2017, we have managed to reduce the carbon footprint close to 500,000 metric tons.
Cool, thank you. Thank you for your amazing introductions. So we hear like the 2 days of the conference, we talk a lot about like sustainability, ESGs, and all these kind of like elements, right? So being the like part of the green tech industry, it should be the leaders to bring the society forward to achieve the carbon neutrality, right? And then complete the missions. So I want to ask, like, what are the unique competencies and challenges that you face when you pursue the green tech?
Okay.
When we talk about green tech, and the most challenging part would be from the market, that how we can visualize to the market that you adopt the green technologies, what is the benefits, and how we can quantify what we can contribute. Like we are a kind of blockchain company, and lots of people think that blockchain is energy waste, and we have to quantize what we can bring along for what is our campaign and what we do. But I think, for example, like Popsicle, we make sure that we are one of the most energy-saving technology compared to all of the market participants. So, but how we can visualize the market, like we are actually the best solutions among all. Of course, when we are hosting an event, for example, physical events, or we are having EV or some charging piles everywhere, we have to make use of some of the leverage some of the resources. So how you compare the physical to right now on current day the solution to the new solutions? I think there is a processes that we have to do the transition and R&D, so that but not everything at its early stage, it would be the most energy optimized stage. So, the first of all is how the market will they are more tolerate on the transaction period. We are presenting a new solutions, and that one day this solution is a more energy safer, environment friendly solutions, and give more room to the new technology, new innovation in the market. And the second one, I think, the most challenging things we are encountering is a lot of people, they may be the early adopter to the green technology, but why they hesitate? Because they are not having a more traceable and more measurable indicator for what they contribute or involving to. So like possible, we try to trace from the origin for everything that we initiate, and telling the people that cause everything on the blockchain. So from its origin to everyone involving, it's all publicly accessible, so that it gave a confidence to the market that what we did and what we did to contribute to which area. So that at one day, we hope that the market would give a lot more rooms that we think that it's great solutions, and that we can quantify and everything that we do, environment protection, carbon reductions, social welfare supports, and they are being more publicly accessible, then we can support them at our utmost efforts and endeavor on that way.
Well, really well said, because like many green tech, at first as short term, it may not be really profitable, right? It doesn't look good on our eye, but then in long term, like I think like in the first few years, maybe it need more like for example, solar, it need more like government support, but then like in long term, green tech, so we all know that like technologies and innovations are inseparable, right? So I want to ask, like, what impact does technology have in like to bring us achieve like carbon neutrality or net zero? Could maybe like Dennis could maybe share a bit of the insight on that?
I think technology for carbon neutralization will basically talk about lowering the greenhouse gas emission and increasing the carbon capturing effectiveness. So my expertise is like capturing carbon. So let me focus on talking about this. So there's a number of carbon capturing technology in the market. They're really effective, but the problem is they cannot utilize the captured carbon for good use. Sometimes they just inject a rock and put it deep down in the ocean, but eventually will come in a century. So there is some carbon capturing technology that they even create more carbon footprint. So at this moment, we kind of have like it's a long way to have an actual technical advancement to truly have a feasible carbon capturing and utilization. This is what my aspect, yeah.
Yeah, as I mentioned, one of our company mission is in driving towards carbon neutrality. So we think technology does play a positive impact on reaching our goal. And as well, we ourselves integrate and support different.
If that's a great platform for WGO, that we can encourage lots of people in the market or on the earth that like When we are pursuing on the financial achievements on what the business that would like to do, we could like putting some resources to how to preserve our environment and how to contribute on how to make the things that the world's making better ones. Because it's not anything blindfolded. It exists, wherever what we regarding those things, it is environmental friendly or not things. So the green topic, I think it's an urgent topic that we should give a highest priority for every business that running today right now. And for us, like even we are a startup, Popsicle is promoting the green and the social service at our way. Like we are assisting every the green organizations and the social organizations that we are making the like fundraising or everything that we do on the green tech, and we make it traceable, we make it more gamified and more fun, so that the market can spread the idea that why the green, which organization is doing whatever anything that is on the social part, on the environmental part, that is contributing to making a better world. Why the market should support the green tech or green tech industry suppliers more on what they are encountering when during their business engagement.
So I want to ask about like being one of the like member in the green technology field. So what are the potential and latest trends in of green technologies in the next decade? What do you think it will be?
I think for the next decade, the mobility will be one of the very important sector. So EV is now changing sides when you use sustainable materials in the products. So like the cars, it actually brings the new experiences to the customers. So like BMW, they use some recycled fabrics in the high-end cars, and which actually brings better touch and feel for the car itself, and also makes customer feel, oh, I'm supporting the things good for the environment. So I think the company should focusing on the new technologies brings the innovation to their products itself, and then also makes people have the awareness to use the environmental friendly products as well.
How about Sam? Like why should companies you think maybe focus more on green technology?
I think this question is not about the financial or technology level. I will put it in this way,
Stage about battery and fuel cell technology. I think there's no one solution, no one single solution to solve all problems. I think different technology would serve their purpose. And if you ask me a week ago, maybe fuel cell technology is maybe more suitable for commercial or commercial trucks or maybe airplanes, because it is much lighter compared to packing a extensive battery with lots of weight. So, but if any of you have seen the delivery announcement earlier today with Tesla Semi, they actually have innovated that they can prove that battery technology can also serve for commercial use.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. So we were just talking about, before this channel, we just talked about hydrogen. So every technologies have its pros and cons, right? And hydrogen, it seems that is a bit cleaner, but then they also have the cons as well, right? But because the efficiency to transfer hydrogen to energy, it needs to take some electricity out as well. So everything have the good and bad side. So I want to ask like Cyrus about like because Hong Kong is famous for its finance, right? It's finance hub, and everyone talk about technologies about fintech, right? Fintech is a sexy, and that the boards only care about bottom line. So fintech is actually the way to go. But what do you think? Like, why should the company do more or focus more about green tech in the next decade?
So basically, green tech is for sustainability, but financially for the company, if they very focusing on green technology, they are kind of more sustainable in my point of view. So in my industry, you can see some car manufacturers, they are the pioneer of the EVs. They invented EV for many years, and now it comes up to be very popular in the market. So let's say Tesla or BMW, because they try to go ahead before some other competitors like Toyota. So people actually like it. So it also brings the company to be more sustainable in financially. So it fits, and then recycling the battery from the used electric cars to store it, and then when people drive the car and then they charge it, it becomes an ecosystem of entire EV charging and mobility solution.
For me, I think carbon capturing will be the trend for the next decade. Of course, there's numbers of like low greenhouse gas emission production, just like three of the panelists was doing. And for carbon capturing technology, there's no like really truly feasible technology in the market that like, oh, it's really carbon neutral, carbon negative. There's none. So I think the world scientists and engineers, including myself, are working on it. So once they did it or we did it, then carbon capturing for carbon credit will become one of the largest industry in the next decade. Yeah.
Cool. Well said. Because we have some time, so maybe do you guys maybe want to have some key message maybe to wrap up the panel today, like about like the innovation with green tech?
Well, I guess for us, as I said, we want a lot more people to play a role in working towards carbon neutrality, and our company would welcome anyone who would join into our mission in supporting that role. So yeah, so and if anyone in the audience want to experience our green tech technology and services, we have a few.
People like us, we need some more opportunity to expose ourselves and tell the society what we're doing, why December right now is still really hot because of the greenhouse gas. So maybe the government can advocate, maybe Cyberport can advocate these things a little bit more. Maybe we'll do a seminar or talk in secondary school, even university. That would help, yeah, because they might not know. But let's say we give them 5 minutes of, hey, greenhouse gas is really affecting ourselves. It's really hot. You feel it. So this is a message we have to pass it to the next generation. Right?
Yeah, I definitely agree. So education is very important, and I think like early support from government would help a lot too to push the green tech to be more like widespread, right? So I think time is running up. So thanks again for the fellow panelists to share their view on this like innovation and green tech topics. We are actually learning a lot from you guys, and I will pass the time back to Natalie, perhaps.
Thank you very much for the very fruitful discussion. And may I also invite all of you to step forward for a group photo together. You may also remove your mask for the photo. Thank you once again for the wonderful discussion. We've learned a lot about green tech as well. Moving on, we would also like to invite Dr. William Yu, founder and CEO, World Green